Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick video for you because, in light of one of our Yisters passing away last night from depression, I felt like it was important. It's just been weighing on my mind a lot today, and I just wanted to do a quick video for our team to really understand what it is about depression. And we are in this group together. We are in this business together. This isn't like a typical business where you just wake up and you go, to work for 8 hours a day and that's it. In this business, we truly are making friendships, like some of the best friendships that you'll ever have. And we really are a sisterhood. And, when you hear of someone's passing so close to especially what we all just experienced with convention, it's sad. It hits home to everybody, regardless if you knew her or not. We having that happen on the heels of spending 4 days at convention, and if you look at her Facebook page, and everything was just happy and positive, and she had just done a video about just being happy, and was at convention taking pictures and posting them, and you scroll through the Facebook and there's just nothing that shows any type of fact that she was suffering from depression. Although people that knew her knew that she had. So I think my point is, it's people can put on this face, right? Like, people can put on a happy face. They can make it seem like life is great and that they have everything together, but nobody's perfect. Nobody has their life together, I think I had seen a statistic once that it was like 1 in 4 people suffer from depression. And I suffer from depression. I suffer from panic attacks. I have for 20 years. And to the point where I was an agoraphobic for months. I literally could not leave my house for months and months, because I couldn't leave my house. The world got distorted. I couldn't look at people when I was talking to them without feeling like I was going to die. I couldn't function. I mean, it's a real thing. It's a real disease. It's, like when people talk about diabetes or they talk about cancer, those are diseases that they deal with. This is a disease that people deal with. This is not something that, we can just get up in the morning and, say, everyth's fine, you're fine, let's just go somewhere, get over it. It's not something you just get over. It's an actual systemic issue in your body that, that has to be treated just like diseases are treated. And it's funny to me that there is such a stigma around mental illness, because it affects the brain, and people think that you're crazy, and you're not crazy. It's just it's part of your chemical makeup of your body. And I think it's so important. The last couple of years I've really tried to be open on Facebook about what I've gone through with depression, what I've gone through with panic attacks, and just being open in general about the disease. And, I've had a lot of messages from people thanking me for being so open about it and being an advocate for it. But it's funny because I've also had a lot of messages from people that have stated, you shouldn't, why are you putting this out there? Why are you letting people know that you have depression? Why would you let people know that that's something that you deal with? Why are you doing that? Why wouldn't I do it? Why wouldn't I put it out there? Why wouldn't I tell people that I suffer from a disease? Why is it okay for anybody else to go put out there that they suffer from asthma or any other disease? Why can't I do the same? Why? Because it's mental, because I have bad days, because I wake up every day wondering if it's going to be a good day or a bad day, because that's the reality of it. You know, people that suffer depression and mental illness literally wake up in the morning and wonder, how's this day going to go? Is this going to be a happy day? Is this going to be a day I'm going to struggle? And it's going to be the longest 24 hours of their life. And you know what? They're going to wake up the next day and they're going to do it again and again and again. It's just part of our lives. And it's like, you know, someone that that has diabetes, and they have to wonder, am I going to have an attack today? Do I, you know, I need to keep checking my blood to make sure that my levels are normal so that I don't have an attack today. Or someone with asthma, or, you know, am I going to be able to go run and not be able to have an asthma attack? Like, it's that same type of mentality. But unfortunately, there is a stigma around this where you can't talk about it, or that it's a bad thing. And it's not a bad thing. It's just something that happens. And the worst thing ever is not talking about it, is not sharing what is going on in your body, in your mind, with somebody else, with anybody else. I think, you know, I use the analogy that it is like quicksand, right? So you just get sucked down into this hole, and you're clawing your way out, continuously trying to claw your way out. And you might have those days that are good, and you just get to the top of the quicksand, and then boom, you're sucked back down the next day. And it's just a constant battle that you're battling with yourself. And it's not something that anybody wants to deal with, but it is something that you deal with, and it's something that you learn to alter your life with. And I think the most important thing that any human being can do, that every human being can and should do, and because I truly believe that this has been a mission of mine that I want to live for, okay? My mission is to break that stigma. And I had started using the hashtag a couple years ago, break the stigma. I didn't start it. I don't know. I don't know if other people use it. I don't know. But it's just something that I felt was important to use whenever posting about, you know, depression or any type of mental illness, to break the stigma, because it's so important. We have to talk about it. We have to be able to pick up the phone when we're having a morning where we wake up and we think, I'm just not going to make it through this day. I'm not going to be able to make it through this week. I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. We need to know that people need to know that it's okay to pick up the phone and call someone and say, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I need help. And it's okay for people to see the signs and know the signs in people of when they start withdrawing, and when they're, you know, when they start making certain comments about, you know, just things, you know, like maybe, I don't know, you know, if you say, well, let's go do this, let's go do that. Well, I really don't want to today. I don't really want to do that tomorrow. You know, there's signs that people show, right? So, like, even on Saturday, at convention, I spent the entire day in my bed. I couldn't get up. I couldn't even get up to go to the phone to call room service for food, because you get in such a downward spiral where you know, your brain just disconnects from what you need to do to function, and you just can't function. And so, you know, I'm laying in bed, I'm crying, I can't think straight. I'm, you know, in a city that I'm not familiar with, and I couldn't even walk the 3 feet to the phone to order room service, knowing that I needed to get food in my body to function that day. So me knowing that I've been dealing with this, was able to text a friend that was there and have them come up and say, I need you to order me room service. Like, pick up the phone, order me food, make me eat it. And it's just things like that we need to be comfortable talking about it. We need to be comfortable saying to somebody, you can call me, you can tell me, whatever it is, I'm here. I might not understand what you're going through. I might not understand what you're feeling right now, but I get it. I'm here. I'm whatever you need. You need a body to sit with. You need a body to listen. I'm here to help you with whatever it is that you need. Even if it's just being a body to sit there and do nothing with and stare out the window or stare at the wall. If you are that body to sit there with them, they appreciate that more than you know. They might not need conversation. They might not need to have you tell them to get up and go out, on a hike or go to the store or get out of the house. They might just need you to sit there and do nothing and say nothing. And that's okay, because that's being there for them. And that means more to them than you might not know. So I guess what I'm saying in this video is, in light of what has happened, help me help everyone break the stigma on this, please. Because if we can save one person's life from feeling like they had to keep it inside or feeling like tomorrow wasn't worth it to live, then that's one person's life that we saved. So help me post about it. Help me make it an awareness that this is a disease. This is a thing. It happens to more people than we know, and it's okay. It's okay that it happens. And it's okay to talk about it. And, Saturday, I posted on my Facebook page, anxiety's got me down all day, and having people say, hey, love, I'm thinking of you, or you're good, you got this, or, just the messages or the texts of, hey, I'm thinking of you, hope you're okay. Just hearing that reassuring, feeling that there are people that care. If that's what it takes for someone to have to post on their Facebook page, getting them to feel okay enough to post that, to get that feedback, that's what's important, because that's what keeps people alive. And I think having everybody, if you can post about it once, if you can post about it once a week, if you, and it just posting positive things, posting that, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. There's always that, making yourself available for someone to reach out to. That's the most important thing. And you don't need to know, and you don't even need to have a solution for them. Just be there to talk. Be there to listen. That's the most important thing. And, pretending like it doesn't happen, pretending like everything's okay, that doesn't help. And it doesn't help anybody. And it surely doesn't help the people that are suffering. So my plea to you in light of what has happened is to just make it aware. Break the stigma. Use the hashtag. The struggle is real. Help me help others get this awareness out, and let's truly break the stigma around mental illness, because it's so important. So many people suffer, and we shouldn't lose any more lives from it. We shouldn't have to suffer from people feeling like the next day could be the day that a hand pulls them out of that quicksand. So let's just help each other, love each other, and make this okay, because it is okay. It doesn't mean people are crazy. It's just that our bodies tick differently, our minds tick differently, and that's okay. And every day is going to be a struggle, but know that it's a worthwhile struggle to live through. So help me do it. That's my plea to you. And, I appreciate you watching this. And I just hope that everybody realizes that there's somebody out there that loves and cares about them. Thanks, guys.